tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. Ooh, and she felt intrigued. Trying to duck the LMP. Go and get your self-esteem. And she trying to link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto Biz, what this pink stuff is. Don't tell me. Yeah, you heard me, you ain't feel me. I've been moving, I've been shaking, go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I hold it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly, they been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag. We're going to get in the bag, I'm about to get in it. I'm like, the way that gets a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just want to know that I can hold a conversation. Ooh, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the ball down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat.
Tonight on EA Sports, Super Bowl 59.
It's finally time for the main event here in 2025. Away we go in Super Bowl 59. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Elliott. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Harrison.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Got an open man, that's Campbell. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1. At the Bears' 46-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The tackle made
a quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Elliott. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
The 33-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. The 30, 20, 10. And no doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
A chance for the first points of this Super Bowl. It's 1st and goal. Geis, they'll try to run it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bears have taken the early lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go. Still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Runs over it. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
He's tackled.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run. On 3rd down, Burrow looking for Campbell downfield and unable to connect. Incomplete. They'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
That's the reason we ball
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
At the 30-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Jackson. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Now it's Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bears 7, Jaguars nothing.
They'll run the draw with Mostert. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
On 2nd down, Mostert, and he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
That's a gain of...
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's Jackson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
On 2nd down now. It's Elliott, and he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down, Samuels. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
3rd down and 7.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of the Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. This is Elliott. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. On 2nd down, Samuels. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Elliott. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Elliott. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And Lutz puts this one. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a dozen plays on that drive. The 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That's about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think he's...
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Look at the spin.
Balance.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Play action. It's Burrow. He'll go up top here for Hamler. This is caught inside the 15. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there. First down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
On first down, this is Geis. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards there, just like last play.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Geis. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards, a first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Second and 6 with the ball on the 7. Here's Mostert. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away as the Bears push further out in front. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted. which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And now it's 2nd down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
3rd quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Down back at the 42.
2nd and 16. Here's Jackson to throw. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They go play action now. Jackson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jackson from the shotgun. He'll find Metcalf. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. DK Metcalf, 30 yards. And the Bears will extend their lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for two. Jackson will throw again. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead.
21. Jaguars 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Their own 21-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the fourth. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Levi Wallace with a pick. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too.
14-yard line.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Chicago! DK Metcalf, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And he's able to put it through.
The score, Bears 28, Jaguars 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Now Burrow. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Looking for Campbell. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Harris Campbell, 58 yards. And the Jaguars get a score closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further.
Bears 28, Jaguars 11. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off.
It's a gain of 5.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
The 30-yard line.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 now. You better be afraid of me. You better.
Play action. Now Jackson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. DK Metcalf with his 3rd touchdown of the Super Bowl as the Bears push further out in front.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Burrow on play action. Sliding out of the pocket. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 and the 15. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. Flushed out right. And his pass, incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, Elliott. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2. Now it's Burrow. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back at the 10. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means it had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Now they're down big here on the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort, at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. He's going to take another shot. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Nick Boyle, 42 yards. And the Bears will extend their lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Now a desperation throw. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Jaguars. Paris Campbell, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Jaguars get a score closer. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Set to kick off.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ballgame. Down 2 scores, out of timeouts, a must recover if they're going to have any shot. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Donald Parrott there to make the grab. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now.
Makes the score Bears 48. Jaguars
set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Dancing to his left. He'll run it, and he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
4 yards on the pickup.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Now they go play action now. Burrow, he'll buy some time right, and he's going to keep it here. That one good for 10 yards, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. A final shot now for Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Harris Campbell with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. So now another 2-point conversion attempt coming up for the Jaguars. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. And the Chicago Bears have etched their name in NFL history. They are your Super Bowl champions. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.
She like got me.
Hit boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. Sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change the name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting up the back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant, he said I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Look, sometimes you need the faith, sometimes you need to know your worth, sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden ball, they run the bait. You can't negotiate with Drake, you gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage, with the mainframe, loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. And once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. I don't wanna seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I wanna see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that, it's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe. Oh. Men gon' lie, women gon' lie. You're looking for the truth and the numbers don't hide. Looking for the root of all evil, then you need to go open up the briefcase, see with your eyes. Everybody claim to be greatest of all times, but they never spend a day in the rain in the front line. No lie. Stop playing on my phone line. Pull up in the space, optional. Wonder why they follow suit. I've been groomed from the womb. Came out of my mama with some running in the shoes. That's the difference between the bullet. Don't play with the baby. Say so what you gon' do with that? Stop playing with the baby. If you gon' do it, you don't play with the baby. Exactly. Yeah. You built like that.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act act a fool with this, ayy. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this, ayy. I turn the knob, can't resist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating around here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay,